The air in Changsha buzzed with an electric anticipation on November 13, 2025, as if the city itself had caught wind of the reunion that fans had been whispering about for months. Shen, the effervescent star with her signature bright smile and effortless charm, and Wang, known to the world as Wang, the brooding yet magnetic actor whose every glance seems to pull you into his orbit, were set to light up the Hunan TV studios for a special recording of Hello Saturday's beloved Hi6 segment. Picture this. You're one of those lucky fans who snagged a ticket, heart pounding as you file into the brightly lit set, the scent of fresh stage lights mingling with the faint aroma of street food wafting in from outside. What would you do in that moment? Scream at the top of your lungs or hold your breath, waiting for the magic to unfold? Yesterday's taping wasn't just another variety show episode. It was a nostalgic collision of worlds, a DyShen revival that had the internet erupting in real-time frenzy. It all kicked off early, with Dylan spotted shuffling toward the studio in the pre-dawn haze, his eyes heavy-lidded from what looked like a sleepless night of prep. 17 fans captured him in a simple black hoodie and joggers, coffee in hand, barely awake but already exuding that effortless cool that makes you wonder if he practices it in the mirror. Poor baby is barely awake. One ex-user quipped, sharing a grainy clip of him yawning mid-stride, the kind of raw, unfiltered moment that feels like peeking behind the curtain of celebrity life. By contrast, Shen's arrival a few hours later was pure sunshine. She rolled up in a sleek van, waving to the cluster of supporters who'd camped out overnight, her hair tousled just right and an oversized sweater hugging her frame like a cozy embrace. 18 imagined the squeals that erupted as she stepped out, phone in hand, snapping selfies with the crowd. Shen is on the way. A TikTok post teased hours earlier, building the hype like a slow-burning fuse. 3 if you were there, pressed against the barricade. Would you have mustered the courage to shout her name, or just soaked it in, letting the warmth of her energy wash over you? As the cameras rolled, though, let's be real, fan cams and sneaky audience clips started flooding social media before the official wrap. The chemistry that first sparked between them on the set of the 2018 hit Meteor Garden reignited like it had never dimmed. Hi6, with its mix of games, heartfelt chats, and those delightfully chaotic challenges that leave everyone in stitches, was the perfect playground for their dynamic. Reports from inside trickled out via devoted fan sites like D-Stardust, painting a vivid scene. Dylan, ever the performer, treated the audience to what one attendee dubbed a mini-concert, belting out snippets of his latest tracks with that rich, velvety voice that sends shivers down spines. 15 picture him under the spotlights, microphone in hand, the crowd swaying as he croons lines from Unforgettable Love, his eyes crinkling at the edges with genuine joy. Shen, not one to be outshone, joined in for a duet segment that had everyone gasping, her playful harmonies weaving seamlessly with his deeper tones, a throwback to their on-screen serenades that felt achingly intimate. What song would you have begged them to perform if you were in the front row? Their banter flowed effortlessly, laced with inside jokes from years past. Be the son of yourself, don't rely on light from anyone. Dylan quipped during a lighthearted Q&A, his words landing like a gentle nudge, perhaps aimed at Shen's radiant vibe or just the universe at large. 14 she laughed it off with a mock eye roll, firing back something about him being too cool to need the sun anyway, and the studio dissolved into applause. But it wasn't all polished perfection. That's what made it so electric. Leaked clips showed the duo stumbling through a physical challenge. Think blindfolded trust falls mixed with silly dances, where Shen's giggles turned into full-on belly laughs as Dylan nearly toppled over, catching himself at the last second with a sheepish grin. 12 fans on X dissected every frame. The way her hand lingered on his arm a beat too long for stabilization, or how he glanced her way mid-game, like checking if she was having as much fun as he was. Guest appearance on Hi6 show. One post captioned a blurry video of the chaos, racking up thousands of views in minutes. 12 and oh, the speculation. Whispers rippled through the crowd and online alike. Was this reunion a soft launch for a second project? A sequel to Meteor Garden? Or maybe a rom-com that finally gives their off-screen spark the script it deserves? There are speculations that Shen and WHD are in Hi6 to test the waters. There's a possibility that there's a second project for them. One X thread buzzed, igniting debates and reply chains that stretched into the night. 13 if rumors like that dropped in your feed mid-recording. Would you refresh obsessively for updates, or pause to savor the moment unfolding live? As the sun dipped low over Changsha, the real after-party vibes kicked in, or so the fan reports suggest. Dylan and his co-star Wang duo were spotted heading to a dinner bash post-taping, but it was the later sightings that had DyShen shippers in meltdown mode. Around midnight, videos surfaced of Shen and Dylan returning to their hotel, both looking delightfully disheveled and, dare we say, a tad tipsy from what must have been celebratory toasts. 11 she's leaning into his shoulder for a split second as they navigate the lobby, her laughter bubbling up off-camera, while he's got that loose, unguarded smile. The one that says the night's high hasn't worn off yet. Hashtag Dylan Wang and hashtag Shen are both tipsy when they return to the hotel. A Facebook clip declared, capturing the pair in fuzzy security cam glory, arms linked just enough to fuel 1,000 fan edits by morning. One imagines scrolling through that at 2 a.m., your own evening winding down. Does it make you grin like a fool, or hit replay until the battery dies? The internet didn't hold back. TikToks remixed the footage with romantic OSTs, Instagram Reels layered heart emojis over every frame, and X timelines overflowed with DyShen is real manifestos. 9. Zooming out, this Hi6 taping felt like more than a one-off. It was a love letter to the fans who've kept the flame alive since 2018. Shen, fresh off her whirlwind promo for New Life Begins, brought her grounded, girl-next-door energy that makes you feel like she's confiding in a friend during her solo segments. 7. Dylan, balancing his rising music career with acting gigs, infused the show with his signature intensity, those brooding pauses in conversation that hint at depths untold. Together, it's alchemy. Audience members gushed in detailed repos about the heartwarming moments, like when Dylan instinctively shielded Shen Yu from a rogue confetti cannon during a game, or how she'd tease him about his eternal bedhead, to the delight of the hosts. 16-1 fans play-by-play described the set as vibrant chaos, with Dylan dropping motivational gems and Shen Yu countering with witty one-liners that had even the crew cracking up. For our Shin Moon's arrival in Changsha for Hi6 recording, an Instagram post celebrated, tagging Dylan's handle as if to summon him into the frame. 4. Yet, beneath the glamour, there were those quiet, human touches that make stars feel relatable. Dylan, ever the early riser for work, powered through what fans called his second day of recording, with quiet determination, fueling up on kanji and black tea before diving back in. 17 Shen Yu, meanwhile, shared a fleeting Weibo story of her hotel room view. City lights twinkling like distant stars, captioned with a simple moon emoji, a nod to her nickname that had followers decoding it for hidden meanings. And as the night wore on, with the duo slipping away from the dinner throng, you couldn't help but wonder, what stories did they swap over late-night skewers? Did they reminisce about F4 days, or dream up wild what-ifs for their next collab? If you could eavesdrop on that conversation, what question would you slip in? By the time the final claps echoed through the studio, the consensus was clear. This was DyShen magic at its finest, unscripted and unbreakable. YouTube channels lit up with reaction vids. Shen Yu and Dylan Wang reunite at Hi6. Unexpected love interaction shocked everyone. One titled dramatically, racking up views from diehards reliving the highlights. 5 another gushed. The DyShen magic returns once again, splicing fan clips with slow-mo effects for maximum swoon factor. 8 on X, the love poured in. Dylan looking so effing good at these shows. One user sighed, while another speculated on the real-life son. Vibes they give off. 99, even casual scrollers got pulled in, with hashtags like #DyShen, #Diwe, and #Hi6 reunion trending across platforms, a digital bonfire fueled by clips of their tipsy hotel walk and stage-side whispers. 18. As we wait for the episode to air, fingers crossed for unedited bloopers and extended duets. Yesterday's recording stands as a testament to why Shen Yu and Dylan Wang endure. They're not just co-stars, they're a vibe, a memory, a spark that reminds us why we fell for these stories in the first place. So, tell me, reader, if Hi6 drops next week and delivers that full duet we've been craving, will you be streaming it on loop or gathering friends for a watch party? Either way, one thing's certain, the DyShen glow-up of 2025 has only just begun. What are you manifesting for their next chapter?